Black History Month and all of the things of the things. We are back for his second interview. We have actor, writer, director Nate Buchanan. Welcome back to the Dollhouse. It is such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great day today. It's raining, but it's still a good day today. It's still Black History Month. You still got to be black, still got to be proud. So I thank God for that.
Yes. We're now in the year 2026. We did our first interview in 2025, I want to say.
Yes. Yeah. That interview was really good. It got a lot of good feedback. I'm glad a lot of people got to watch it. And, just to learn more insight about myself, what I'm doing, I just like to spread the good word for more people and, inspire more people to be actors or, directors or even write, there's so many opportunities for black people.
Absolutely. And it is also award show season. So,
True.
what are you looking for? I know that Sinners is up for 16 Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor is nominated for her first Oscar. So, what are you looking forward to this award show season as an actor, as a writer, as a director?
Well, what I'm looking for is honestly because I'm looking for more opportunities for myself personally. I'm like those guys. Congratulations to them, but they've already made it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about someone that's made it. I'm worried about Nathaniel Buchanan. That's what really matters. So me, it's just I'm worried about putting myself in the best position so I can be on that Oscar level. So I can be at the BAFTA, so I can be at the SAG Awards, so I can be doing those things. So it's more just elevating myself because I see myself on that level. I see myself getting an Oscar in the next 10 years, 15 years. I see that for myself. So they're good. It's time for me to put myself on there.
Absolutely. And you said BAFTAs. We've seen the controversy of, we're talking about Sinners and all of that. We've seen the most recent controversy. I know you guys have been waiting on me to address it. I'm just going to say this. And Amanda Seales summed it up perfectly. Let them have their spaces, and how about we go and create some more of our own spaces? And I'm thankful for the likes of the NAACP Image Awards. I'm thankful for the likes of the BET Awards. I'm thankful for the Black Film Association Award show, where they just recently, Angela Bassett Palmer came out and basically gave Angela Bassett her award. So you
Mhm.
guys can go and check that out. And it was everybody just pouring into each other. So while they have their spaces, we have to make sure we're creating our own spaces as well too.
Absolutely.
Because this right time period that we're living in, they are showing their true colors. So I wouldn't expect anything less. Shout out to my brother K Tooks, host of the K Tooks spot. Make sure you guys go and check out our collaboration this season, season 20. We're now in 2026, and we did a collab last month, January. So make sure you guys go and check that out. It is up right now on the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime and hit that bell so you'll be notified when new shows are posted. But back to the point, Nate, we have to create our spaces and we have to be the representation that we see. So when I seen that Sinners was nominated for 16 nominations, and you've got Tiana Taylor also nominated as well too. I'm like, okay, it is. It's we're making room. We're finally getting that little bit of progress, but we still have a long journey ahead, and we have to continue to keep being the representation that we want to see in these spaces, which is why I solely created my platform because I said I believe in diversity, I believe in equity, and I believe in inclusion, and I want to make sure that everybody, no corner is left unturned. I've sat with so many people, and by the way, Nate, your interview, if I'm not mistaken, once we are done with this conversation, you guys know that I am on the road to 1000 interviews. My brother Kate Tooks has already beat me to it. Oh my goodness. So this is what number interview we're at currently right now. We are currently at 993 shows, 993 videos. So we are well up on the road to 100 shows, and it's going to take a lot of work. It's all grass, all glue, all gas, no
Yeah.
brakes. So we still have a lot of work to do, and the journey ahead is going to be a tough one, but we'll get there. And my brother predicted March next month. So shout out to you. It could happen. So stay tuned. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, let's shift gears here. Projects, what do you have coming up in the year of 2026? Because we did our first interview last year, 2025, and you had a lot lined up on your plate. 2026, what are you manifesting and what else is expecting you in this year alone?
Well, so actually, I have the client series, which episode 3 I am in. We're having a series premiere this Saturday, you know? So, talk about starting out 2026 with a bang. I'm already going to be on the red carpet this Saturday. I got my beautiful lady that's going to be accompanying with me, you know? So, hey, 2026 is doing great. Other than that, just auditioning, just getting better. My biggest thing now is that now it's about starting to grow my career. You know what I'm saying? Keep going up, keep getting bigger auditions. Get the co-stars, then get then start getting the series regulars, and then you get the supporting in the films, and then you get the lead in the films. So it's just about really starting to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Like can't miss no steps, And it's just a blessing that I have a great team. I got a manager, I got an agent. They're always getting me great opportunities. Even doing commercials. The Sonic commercial that was huge. That was all over. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I got a good team around me. And they believe in me. Like I told them, I just want people that believe in me. I just want people that want to fight for me because I believe in myself. So because I believe in myself so highly, I want the same people around me that believe in me highly just as much as I believe in me. So shout out to my team, honestly. 2026, we're getting that working. Yeah.
And it is, and it's amazing to have that team, that village behind you. And I think I told you that in our first interview. I said that my team behind me is mostly women. I have mostly women behind me. My mom is always the driving force. If it wasn't for her, y'all wouldn't have a style by Stevie. Like I'm the third born out of four and two sisters. So I was not expected to be here. I was not a planned pregnancy at all. My mom's like, I ain't having no more kids after you. I done had your brother and your sister. And then boom, here's this baby with these almond shaped eyes just popped up in the world. It's me. So here I am. If it wasn't for her, I was like, I can't do anything and not have my success. And my mom not being there in the so it's
Right.
only right to have her there. And then my cousin you guys have seen me collaborate with on the show, and y'all have been asking her. Yes, I'm gonna call her after or text her after this interview and see if she would like to come back because we do have some things planned in the works. We have some more amazing guests throughout this year. So we're gonna go all the way up until season 21 and season 30. So right now, season 20, I want to focus on that, but we're gonna go beyond that. But yes, my cousin, who is also co-owner of Style by Stevie, my makeup artist and my beauty contributor, Melanie Malamar Bridges, who's been with me from the beginning of Style by Stevie. We've come a long way, Nate. We've come a long way. And
Yeah.
I was telling one of my guests this week I said we've come a long way from having to sit up on the tripod and look at the screen, what with the guests on it. We've come a long way from that. So progress has definitely changed a lot, and I'm happy. And I must say, for each and every one of us, and I put it on my vision board. We talk about it all the time. More. We want more for the year of 2026. And to anybody who's looking to have a successful career, make sure you build your team up. It's and I use this analogy, just like building a house. You have to start from the ground up. You have to start with that blueprint. And I know how I built this house, Style by Stevie, was I had to start from somewhere. And it wasn't originally called Style by Stevie, it was called Weekdays Topics. And we would just cover celebrities, pop culture. But look at us now.
Mhm.
We have now with some you're included in that list. So many amazing guests here on on this platform right here. And now we are well off on the road to 1,000 shows. I can't believe it. And no sick days, y'all.
Yeah.
No sick days in 2026. Let me reiterate that. So I don't know what has given me the strength and ability to keep going and wake up every morning and do this every day, getting up at 4 a.m., talking to God, praying, making sure that my mom has everything and she needs breakfast, balancing it out. And Brother K Tooks knows this because I practically call and I'm on the phone with him and I'm just venting, letting it out. And he has been a major support system. So when you talk about having that support circle around you, I'm thankful for so many of you. So just had to throw that out there. And speaking of being grateful, at this point in your career, at this point in your life,
Mm.
who would you have to give credit to? Because I know your woman is one for sure, for certain. Your manager, your team. Who
Yeah.
else would you say you're grateful for
I'm
to
like my
have this
mother.
ability to have this knowledge?
My mother, honestly, seeing my mom, she was a single mom raising me. I seen her work
Mm.
two jobs and go to school and get her degree and still make sure that I was put together. You know what I'm saying? So just to see that lady hustle, you know, with no questions, no, days was tough, you know what I'm saying? And she still made it happen. So for me, acting is easy, and I'm not saying that acting is like easy. I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying is I'd rather be a professional actor than a single parent and going to school and working two jobs. Any day of the week, any day of the week. So honestly, I will take this career. And I see my mom hustle. I see my mom work. So from seeing her work and hustle, I'm like, this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is just, you just gotta apply yourself. So shout out to my mom. Honestly, like, she's amazing. She's amazing. Yeah, yeah,
And a big shout outs to my girl, Chef Sky, my amazing mods, my support circle, just a circle of love. Yesterday, my colleague, Bugs the God, did a interview with my girl, Faith is the Substance. And y'all were just pouring into me. I came right on in the room and y'all were just pouring into me, giving me all my flour. And I appreciate y'all all so much for your love and unconditional support. I would have never thought getting into this business that I would have a circle of people supporting me because it's a lot of competition out here. And the
yeah,
thing is, we're not in competition with each other. Just like they pit me and my brother K Tooks in the comments against each other, and they're just like, why did? Because we used to do a lot of collaborations, a lot of music panels and things, and they would see us together all the time, and they'd be like, why y'all not working together no more? They would DM either me or him, and they would ask like, okay, what's going on? Y'all beefing? Let me put this out here. We are not beefing. And in fact, we're working on something. So you guys stay tuned. You guys add another music panel. So it's going to be three of us. And we're going to set that up. So there is no competition. It's about having a great circle around you. And shout outs to Bubs. Shout outs to Faith. Shout outs to Nate here. Shout outs to Deshaun. Shout outs to Alvin, Tip for Tat, this and that. Shout outs to everybody who has shown me so much mad love and support and who has given me a chance. And because trust, good Lord knows it wasn't easy. This was a journey for me getting into this. I've always wanted to be a talk show host and uh, talk with people about their stories, about their lives. And now I have that ability. So thank y'all for continuing to encourage me to keep going because there have been days where I'm just like, Jesus, I can't get out of this bed. I, y'all call me the diva. Feel like a diva getting up out of this bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. It is not cute. Yeah, you get this now, but in the mornings when you're waking up, no, you don't feel like a diva at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to be bothered. I be having to get my mom up to get her breakfast and stuff. That's how my routine typically goes. And it's practically like, the roles have reversed. And I know you can attest to this, Nate K too, where our parents have took care of us. They fed us, like you said, with your mom. They make sure we have clothes on our back. We had a decent education, all of these things. Now, as they're up in age, the roles and the tables have turned.
yeah.
And we are now having to be those parents to them. And they'll ask me certain things. My mom will ask me, I got an appointment today. I'm like, Mama, you don't have an appointment today. So I literally have to be secretary. I got to be hairstylist. I got to be all of these things to her and then some. But I'm like, Mommy, I'm your child too. I'm also your child too. Don't forget that. Like, they'll be quick to remind you, I'm still your mama. I ain't your friend.
Now,
So the roles have very quickly. And it's me and my brothers and my other family members. We're all happy that my mom is good. So again, shout outs to our moms. Shout outs to them for creating us and putting us in this world because most parents have their reservations. And we talked about that in the first interview about them, you want to do what now? You want to get in show business. No, you going to hear books. That's how any parent would typically react. But just them overall being a support and seeing that it's something that makes us happy, they don't have a choice but to just let us follow our passions, follow our talents. We can't live their lives through us. You know what I'm saying? We can't live their lives through us vicariously, but we are living our creativity and spirituality. So shifting gears here, that's about family and support. But 2026 and beyond, what else are you looking forward to this year? Because I know you've got a lot of projects coming out, more writing, more directing, because we touched on the importance of telling Black stories, our stories, when we did our first conversation as well too. Most of my guests that I've sat down with, and shout outs to Rashida Randall, was a girlfriend of mine, and I had her on the show. We were talking. There's my girl. We just mentioned her. Shout outs to my girl Faith is the Substance. Y'all go and subscribe to her channel. Faith, girl, you nailed that interview yesterday with Bubs, and I thank y'all so much for giving me so much love. My name was mentioned at least, I can't even count how many times in the interview yesterday. But thank y'all. I think it was 6 times my name was mentioned in that interview. I've lost count, but thank you, Faith. You did the damn thing, girl. So y'all make sure y'all supporting Black women in media. Support my girl. Faith is the substance. Y'all go and check out her channel. Another Black woman out here doing it for herself. And y'all support Black women. You support me. You support her. So definitely go and check her out as well. Great conversation. Great conversation. Yes, 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 yes. But I was saying about the importance of telling Black stories, Nate. That's what we were talking about as an actor, as a the writer, and especially with Black History Month being here and where they're trying to erase our stories. What are your thoughts on the importance of making sure that our stories remain and that they're preserved?
Well, one thing I would say is it's all about learning your history. I was just talking about with my girl a couple days ago, and I recently bought the book, The Miseducation of the Negro. Recently, just bought that book. It should be coming in March 6th, so I'm excited to read it. But it's really just learning your history and understanding yourself. Sadly, and I don't want to get too political, because being an actor, you never want to get too political. But sadly, what's going on in this world is there's not enough Black people that are woken up. And I'm not just saying woke like, oh, there's aliens and stuff like that. I'm not saying that type of woke. Woke meaning you have to learn as a Black person the power that you have. You know, I feel like sadly we let the media tell us who we are. We may let an angry neighbor tell us who we are. We may let someone that's had a bad day tell us who we are. And there's not enough people that know who they are that can look themselves in the mirror and say, "I am me. I am this, and I love me for that." You know what I'm saying? So it's just about learning yourself and learning your history because, like the keyword is said, if you don't learn your history, history soon repeats itself. You know, as we see now, if you don't learn your history, it's going to soon repeat itself. So, my biggest thing is just learning my history. That's why I got the book, The Miseducation of the Negro, just because I need to learn more about me to be better for me. Because if I don't learn more about me, how can I lead my girl who soon is going to be my wife? You feel me? How can I lead my family? How can I lead my mother? How can I lead anybody? I can't even leave myself if I don't even know me, you know? So that's just my biggest thing is just education. That's how we really keep the Black stories. You got to educate yourself. Read a book, take a class, watch a YouTube channel, something. But people are just on their phones all day just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Brain is getting fried and you've learned nothing, and the only thing they want to argue about is 50-50 or who takes a date where, and I'm like, that's just so low vibrational. But if you don't learn anything, history's gonna just keep repeating itself. So yeah.
And it's so crazy that you mentioned that, and you said not to be political. Oh, trust. Y'all know where I stand. I'm a part of the 92% crew. Just let me make it plain and clear. I made the right decision in this election, and I've been very political lately because it's our people where our history is ingrained in this country. It's basically the fabric that built this country. Black people, we were here first. Native Americans as well too. And now we're seeing them roll back and try to erase our history. So we have to pick up books. Thank God I'm in the rural state of South Carolina. And we have a whole, if you go to our library down here, there's a whole section of African American literature.
Mhm.
And what have we been taught in school? We've been taught about who? Martin Luther King Jr. We've been the basics. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. We have been taught about Coretta Scott King. We've been taught about Madam C.J. Walker. But you would know also that a black man also invented, that would be Garrett A. Morgan, who invented the traffic stoplight. So, yes, and this wasn't, purpose by purpose. This was an accident, and he discovered it, and he said, "Hey, let me go ahead." But didn't really call it relaxer. It was a cream, to help get your hair because African American hair. That's a whole conversation. The last time Nate was here back in 2025, and for our first interview last year, we talked on colorism. So you have to educate yourself. How do I know so much about colorism, anti-blackness, texturism? Because I do the research. I study this, and it's a consistent thing with me. If you go back and you've checked out every one of my interviews, I know my guests say don't try to be political, and I'm not going to do it with Nate. But if y'all know where I stand, y'all seen me cutting up on the panel with Alvin and K Toops will tell you, Faith will tell you too, because she asked me. Faith did a segment on her show. I don't know if she's still here, where she was like, Miss Stevie for president. Nate, when I tell you, I had like a blonde, like a Carrie Hilson bob cut at the time, and she put the outfit that I wore, the hairstyle that I wore, and put it on like a campaign picture. Miss Stevie for president. When I tell you, I was like, girl, I'm hollering. What did you do? What did you do? And she asked me, what would you do if you would have run for president? I said, I want equal opportunities for everybody. And our lineage, I would protect that. I would protect Black History Month. I would protect Juneteenth. We're going to celebrate those things. It's deeply ingrained in this country. The mother of Juneteenth, Opal Lee, she's still alive and living. So we're going to continue to keep celebrating that. Uh, and back to what I was saying about our history in school. Uh, we've been taught about Malcolm X. We've been taught about Martin Luther King Jr. Uh, Madam C.J. Walker, Michael Jordan, Queen Latifah, the basics. But what about Marcus Garvey? What about Fred Hampton? What about Huey P. Newton? What about Marsha P. Johnson? What about uh, who else? Bayard Rustin. These are people that we have to also study up and do research on. Zora Neale Hurston is one we don't really get talked about enough.
Good Marshall. Third
So go
Marshall.
ahead, Nate. I'm sorry.
No, no, I was gonna say third good Marshall. Yeah.
Marsha P. Johnson, Thurgood Marshall. Yep. Supreme Court just his someone needs to play him in a story about his life. Like Coleman Domingo did an outstanding job for Rustin, but it's got to be somebody that can play him too. There are so many historical figures that have never really had their stories told. That a black woman designed Jackie Kennedy's uh, gown, her gown for the inauguration of JFK. The woman's name is Ann Lowe. But at the time, they didn't refer to us as African American. They referred to us as colored. So the colored woman made my gown. The colored woman, because everything was segregated at that time. But for those of you who don't know, her name is Ann Lowe. So we've come a long way from being labeled as colored to now African American, and we're still having to fight. Jamie Foxx said it best. He says, "Well, they will erase our history. We're gonna replace it and make some more." I would have never thought in my 32 years. Yes, I put my age out there, 32. If you guys are wondering, uh, that I would see an African American woman as vice president or a black man as president. I would have never thought that, but it just goes to show you how far we've come, how we've progressed, and how they are trying to take us back, turning back that clock, surely but slowly.
But
You
you
see what I'm
see,
saying?
but
Back to a time where
yeah,
everything was Jim Crow, segregated.
oh, my fault. Sorry about that. I was saying is, see, the biggest thing though with that is that The tough part about that is that we need more black people to be in higher positions. But the thing is, though, that people don't understand, though, is that to get in a higher position, it's not a quick 3 to 5 years, right? So that's our problem. One thing that I've seen in the black community is that we need to be more persistent. You know, one no shouldn't be like, ah, man, I'm out of here, I'm done. They already told me no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be more persistent. If one person tells you no, you got to keep on going, right? To become a president, he had to work for so many years until he got that opportunity to be a president. Sadly, with a lot of black people, if it's not guaranteed in the next 1 to 2 years, we don't want to do it. So it's more about rechanging that mindset about, yes, this is going to take longer, but I'm in it for the long haul. Sometimes I even had to tell myself that too, especially in the acting business. You're going to hear no a lot. I'm yes, I want to be an Oscar winner. That's
Oh yeah,
time. That's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take at least 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Like, it's gonna take time for that. And I have to tell myself, well, am I in it for the long haul, or am I just like, I just want to be famous and I just want to blow up and that's it? So I feel like our society, we're just so quick to throw in the towel if we don't get instant gratification. And that's the problem. We live in an instant gratification society, but yet, as you see with white people and other colors, they have no problem sticking it out for the long haul. They have no problem working 10, 15, 20 years for a goal. They have no problem with that because they already know that is why they're here, to reach that goal. So it's just about changing the mindset. And I've had to do that myself. I'm not perfect. I've really had to do that myself because I'm a Virgo. I want it when I want it because I work hard for it. That's just the Virgo mindset and the Virgo thinking. But with that being said, though, I know that's not life. That's not life. I'm not a Nepo baby. It's not like I was raised with a bunch of money, so it's not just gonna fall out the sky. So I gotta work for it. So it's just about changing your mindset. When we start changing our mindset and having people say, "I'm in this for the next 10 to 15 years," or however long it takes, we'll start seeing actual change. Yeah.
absolutely. And like you said, to your point about being a Nepo baby, us as black people, we have been told we had to get it from the ground up. And what do they always tell us? Pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. So we've had to put in that work. The first black woman, and I think someone needs to play her, to get an Academy Award for Gone with the Wind, it was Hattie McDaniel. And she was told she had to go through the back door. She couldn't go to accept her award where they were, and they, by whom, the unseasoned kind. That's what I call them. And she had to go through the back door to receive her award. We've come a long way from that. And then years later, what do we see? A beautiful black woman by the name of Holly Berry get hers. But she said it's been a journey too. She just recently came out in an interview and said, hey, this is what it was. I wasn't expecting this. So it's important that we continue to highlight our accomplishments, our achievements as well too, because and we're living in a time where they are whitewashing. We're seeing the whitewashing of anything that is black and brown in this country, and we have to make sure that we are preserving that. And I'm here on Style by Stevie because Bubs, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I just really love that interview. Faith, you nailed it, girl. Bub said that I'm very intelligent because I do a lot of reading. If I'm not on and you guys don't see me live, trust and believe that my nose is somewhere in a book and I'm reading, I'm doing my research. And if I'm wrong about something, the audience, Chef Sky, or even K Tooks will tap me and be like, sister, that's wrong, right? And I'll be like, okay, let me take that back. Let me correct that error right there. And that's what it's all about, being able to accept constructive criticism and be able to learn the correct way. And I'm so thankful for my teachers. They taught me so much about this, about African American literature, being able to take global studies in high school, learn, what is it, world economics, all of these things that we took in school at that time to learn about how the economy should be working, to learn about our people, our lineage, our history, all of these things is important. So make sure that you are and pouring into each other. And another thing, make sure you're supporting black owned businesses as well too.
Yeah.
Shop black, shop black. That black dollar is powerful. I'm telling you, we've had whole towns. Y'all already know about Tulsa, Oklahoma. We know about Haytide, North Carolina. We know about North Carolina. So Booker T. Washington was there. He said this is the great place for the Negro enterprise. So if you guys seen the panel, the most recent panel with Alvin Tippett, this and that, I was calling off all the places where we basically built cities, we've built towns, built businesses, all of these things. All of us, we have the power, the knowledge as well too. That's why they are biting off of our culture. Jelly roll, and I'll leave it at there. I'm gonna behave, Nate. I don't know if y'all seen what Jelly Roll said just recently about what's going on. But yes, Jelly Roll, yes, that's a whole nother conversation. I covered that on my colleagues' panel. But it's important that we celebrate and pour into each other's accomplishments. We've lost Reverend Jesse Jackson this year, and that wasn't something that I was expecting on my bingo card at all. Not Reverend Jesse Jackson. Like I remember studying him, and I want to say middle school, high school, as we got up and we studied historical black figures. I mean, he will always be prominent for fighting and advocating for us. He literally crawled so that me and Nate and others like us, my brother K Tubes, Bubs the God, my girl Faith is the substance, each and every one of us, Deshaun, Conscious TV, King Josh, all of us could have a voice, could have a platform, you
Right.
know.
Mm, mm, yeah. Mm, mm,
What we can do to preserve that, all of the classic films that we grew up watching, and then, have admission, have like the Magic Johnson theater. Magic Johnson has his theater. Why not give us a theater where we can showcase all of these classic films that we know that we love, and Black Panther 2 can go in there, or like a museum. that celebrate. Like Spike Lee can have his section over here. You can have John Singleton. You can have Nate Buchanan over here, a filmmaker and director. Who's another? Dewan Ford is another. You can have him in his section. Who's another? Let's go to the female side. Gina Prince Blackwood, Love and Basketball. I feel like she doesn't get her flowers enough. Who's another? Uh, Ava DuVernay, of course, it's a no-brainer. Shonda Rhimes can have her whole section. Like an African American, we have the African American Museum, but how about, and I think what Ti did was brilliant, where he basically uh, came up with the African American, what was it, the Hip Hop Museum, the Trap Museum in ATL. You guys can go and check that out. But yes, Mara Brock Akil, Jamie Foxx show, Girlfriends, give her her flowers as well too. Being Mary Jane, all of these shows that we grew up watching. I think each filmmaker should have their section. Issa Rae, Insecure, would be a great one as well too. Um, and she started right off here on YouTube, Adventures of an Awkward Black Girl. And look at her now. We see her dominating the same way any other filmmaker or producer would as well. So it's important that we protect those things. So shout outs to those filmmakers as well. All right. On another note, Fashion Dolls, we're going to get into some Black History trivia here with Nate. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Put your thinking caps on because we're going to learn some things together. And we're also, if you know it already, go drop if you know some of them. All right. So let's get into some Black History Month trivia. All right. Let's start out. Since we're talking about filmmakers and producers, my first question, Nate, is, and this is not multiple choice. Which playwrights A Raisin in the Sun, 1951, was the first Broadway play written by a black woman?
Now that is, oh man, you sure you can't give me no multiple choice? Oh man, that's a curveball. Um, if I say I don't know, I might look crazy.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure K Toops knows it. Her name starts with an L. I'll give you a clue.
Hmm. L. Hmm. L.
You
I.
got to get his black card taken, y'all.
Oh man, I'm like y'all went the raisin in the sun. That's like the 1960s. Something. Sheesh. Uh, LaRonda. What?
You're close. It's Lorraine Hansberry.
Lorraine.
Lorraine Hansberry.
Oh, interesting. Lorraine Hasbury. Okay.
Yes, Lorraine Hansberry. K Toops, I know he would get it. Okay, now I think this is right up your speed right up here. You should know this one. This is a no-brainer. Known as the Queen of Soul, which singer's 1967 hit Respect became an anthem for civil rights and feminism?
Mm. Respect. Can I get the first letter of the name, please?
Jennifer Hudson played her.
Hey. This is oh man, isn't this what's your name's mama? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey. I'm drawing a blank. It's I feel like Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
That's correct. RESPCT.
Yeah.
Okay. Who became the first black artist to headline Coachella in 2018, delivering a historically Afrocentric performance? And y'all know I'm a fan of this woman. It's like she floats on cloud nine. She had I'll give you a hint. She had a silver horse at one of her tours,
Oh,
and it was one of the highest grossing tours in the world.
you talking about Beyonce?
What did you say? My girl, Queen Bee. That's who it was. All right. What legendary guitarist known as the King of Blues influenced rock icons like Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton.
The
And
king
his
of
name starts with a B as well too.
with a B. The king of blues, and his name starts with a B. Name starts with a B. Huh. King of blues. Is it Bobby or Brian?
It
BB
it does start with two B's. It's
BB
not that. It's BB King.
BB King.
Yes, the thrill is gone. Y'all
Mm,
know it, right? The thrill is gone. Yes. Okay. Now your girlfriend and your woman and all of us gonna be mad if you don't get this one. He had did the halftime Super Bowl show. What rapper became the first hip hop artist to win a Pulitzer Prize 2018 for his album Damn?
Is that Kendrick Lamar?
And he stood up on top of a car. That's it, Kendrick Lamar. Yes. All right, this is a no-brainer. He's from my city of South Carolina. Known as the Godfather, which artist's electrifying performance popularized funk music in the 1960s and 70s?
Hmm. Can I get the first letter of the name?
You about to get his black card, took y'all.
Oh man,
J.
I get my black card taken out here. Come on now, you can't do. Can I get a hint? Can I get a hint?
Okay, Chadwick played him in the film Get On Up,
Oh, James Brown. James Brown. James Brown.
and K Tooks just said it is James Brown,
James Brown.
Godfather of Soul. Okay, which singer songwriter's 1971 album What's Going On addressed themes of police brutality and environmentalism?
I was talking about police brutality in
We hear this song all the time on the radio. What's going on?
hmm, 1971 police brutality. Let me get the first letter. Marvin Gaye. I feel like K2's got the answers to the whole test.
That's it.
K
Yep.
just give me all the answers. Just give me all the answers, man. Honestly,
Our
put
music
on
heads. I'm
put my
telling.
yeah, he gonna just whisper all the answers to me.
Chef Scott know it too. Yeah, we love our R&B music. We love music. Okay, what classically trained musician blends opera, hip hop, and R&B, earning acclaim for her album Age of Pleasure in 2023? And I'll give you a clue. She showed up on Jennifer Hudson's show dressed as E.T. Every Halloween, she comes these out of this world costumes. She was alongside Taraji P. Henson and Octavia Spencer in Hidden Figures.
Are we
And her
talking
name starts with a J.
a J? Ooh, I was about to say somebody else. A J. I was gonna say Jasmine Sullivan. Hmm. J.
I'll give you another clue.
Hmm.
She used to wear the she had a certain hairstyle, the puff in the top.
Certain hairstyle with the puff in the top, and her name starts with J. I'm gonna say it is Janae.
I think you close. It's Janelle Monet. Y'all, he about to get his black card took. Okay. Then here's another one. Everybody should know this one. It was a whole movie on Netflix about her, and Audrey played her. Um, vocalist co-wrote "Strange Fruit."
Strange
It's
fruit.
a woman.
Woman wrote strange fruit. And you said someone who played her in what film?
Andra Day played her in It's the People versus It's a Woman, and she will always wear a gardenia in her hair when she performed. It was a signature thing for her. Yes, Lady Day, Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday. Interesting. Hmm.
Y'all, I'm gonna have to take Nate's black card.
Oh man, you asking me questions?
Yes, her signature thing was she would always wear a gardenia. All right, which genre of music born in the Bronx in the 1970s was pioneered by artists like DJ Herc and Grandmaster Flash? What category of music is that?
I'm gonna say either rap music or probably pop music. Oh, rap! It was rap music.
Hip hop, yes. Hip hop was born through that. All right. Hi, Diva. Shout outs to my girl. We're doing some Black History trivia here with Nate, and he is failing miserably. He about to get his black card took. Okay.
She gave me all the hard questions today. Oh man. Oh man.
Like, we should know. Okay, let me see if I can find a good one.
Mm,
This one, a lot of people had trouble with right here. We should know this one. This chemist invented a portable x ray machine and improved blood storage techniques and saves lives during, yes.
mm. Let me get the first letter of the name. J.
G.
G. And this is a male. Mm. I'm gonna say.
Yes, it's a male.
I'm gonna say Gary. No, for G. G. So, all right, let me get one more.
He's
G.
named after one of our presidents.
One of our presidents.
Yeah, he's named after one of our presidents. One of the presidents' first name starts with G.
Starts with G. I'm gonna say no, because that's J. I'm gonna say G. You threw me a curveball here. This one, you threw this curveball. You threw this curveball. G. G would be somebody in the chat. Help me out. Somebody in the chat throw me a bone. Somebody in the chat throw me a bone. Somebody in the chat throw me a bone. G. We already said Gary. We already said G would be Jonathan. I do not know this one. Who is the person?
My bad. That's for the wrong peanut. Oh my God. Trivia maker. Come on now. The person actually was Frederick McKinley Jones, a prolific African American inventor. That's my bad, y'all. With 60 patents, developing a pioneering portable X-ray machine. Y'all forgive me.
You said G.
I told you we make mistakes here sometimes.
Oh man. Oh man.
I said, gee, ooh God. It's Franklin McKinley Jones. So that's who did it, the portable X-ray machine. Trivia maker. Ooh, okay. Let me see. Which poet and activist wrote Still I Rise and became the first black woman to recite a poem at the U.S. inauguration for Bill Clinton in 1993? My birth year, y'all.
Ah. What is the first letter of her name?
M.
M. Mariah. Marcy.
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. She was in Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson, and she was one of the ladies at the table. And the majority of the poems in the film that Janet Jackson was recited, from Phenomenal Woman to all of those were written by her.
Oh my gosh! And I seen that, and I seen that movie like
And you've seen
year.
her a lot on Oprah.
Oh my gosh! You threw some curveballs today, and her name starts with M. It is. It's not Michelle's. Not Marcy's. Not Mariah. It's Michaela.
K Tooks just said it. It is Dr. Maya Angelou, the late Dr.
Maya
Maya Angelou. You
Angelou.
had like this Mount Rushmore of these. Yes. Phenomenal Woman, Still I Rise, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing, which is a good book, by the way. The Heart of a Woman, which is one of the ones that I have as well, too. And then Phenomenal Woman. So, yes, Dr. Maya Angelou. And you've seen her a lot with Oprah. So I was like, if he don't get this. But see, I can't talk because, see, I got mine mixed up. They talking about George Washington Carver. And then at the portable x-ray machine, it's Frederick McKinley Jones. So, trivia maker. You had me there. You had me there. I'm like, George Washington Carver is responsible for everything peanut wise. That's how we know him. You know, fashion dolls. Okay. Who wrote Their Eyes Were Watching God, a seminal work of the Harlem Renaissance's exploring the black womanhood and self discovery? Her name starts with a Z. And Holly Berry and Michael Ealy and Oprah adapted and created a film based off of this literature that she's written.
Her name starts with Z. I'm gonna say. Is her name Zendella? Zora Neale Hurston? Zora Neale Hurston. Zora. Interesting. Zora.
That's it, Zorville.
Hmm.
And on to write a number of other amazing novels too. And which reminds me, I need to go and stock up on my black literature as well too. I have like a library. So when I'm thinking about I'm moving in the process of wanting to move, and I need something bigger. So what I'm gonna do is have a whole study in one of my rooms, and it's gonna be nothing but African American literature because you can't go wrong. I have a few books here in my room now, but I would like to expand and just have a whole library in my home. So that's the dream. That's the goal. But all right, fashion dolls, what would y'all score Nate?
Don't do
Because
me
he was on the he redeemed himself with Zora and Maya and the rest of them.
don't do me too dirty, guys.
What would y'all score?
She threw me some curveballs today.
Because I'm like Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, all of these we should already know. I mean, it's have so many and you learn something new. I love doing these and I've seen the response from some of y'all saying keep doing more of these. Yes, because when we were going to school, like I said, we were just taught about Aretha Franklin, Beyonce, Will Smith, Queen Latifah, Madam CJ Walker. But let's talk about Matthew Henson. Let's talk about Frederick McKinley Jones. Let's talk about Rita Dove, who was also a poet. Let's talk about Phyllis Wheatley, Sojourner Truth. All of these people who have contributed to Black everything. And George Washington Carver, that's a no-brainer because did you guys know that a black man invented the potato chip? Garrett A. Morgan is another. So I mean, these are historical figures that we could learn more and more about each day.
Yeah.
So I enjoy doing this, and I'm going to be doing them with my guest tomorrow, Leon Washington. So hopefully he gets it. I was like, oh, Nate, you should know this already. He was about to get his black card revoked.
uh,
But he redeemed himself at the end. So I would give him, I would say, a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. You
Thank you
did
so
good.
much for being
All
lovely.
right.
Thank you for being.
So, Fashion Dolls. While that was fun, before we wrap, Nate, is there anything you'd like to tell to our people on celebrating our history, our lineage on this month? It's all about us, and we have to make sure that we are preserving this. Now, next month is Women's History Month. So, celebrating us, our accomplishments to the world, and everything that we have done. And K2 says, yes, we forgive you, Nate. But what would you tell our people in this month right here, Black History Month? Because I'm probably still going to be giving these type of quizzes and up until next month as well too. Of course, and I'm gonna mix it up. It's gonna be women's history as well too. So
Well, what I would say is take action. You know, that's been my biggest thing, and that's been my best thing possible. Is because whenever you take action, you eventually will find your luck. You know, you might hear a couple no's, the door might close, but it does not matter because if you keep taking action, eventually somebody has to say yes. You know, and I just want the black community to learn that and understand that is that you have to keep taking action because the more you take action, the more you put yourself in a better light, the more you give yourself better opportunities, and the more that we do more as black people, you know. Denzel Washington wouldn't be who he was if he didn't take action. Will Smith wouldn't be who he was if he didn't take action. Idris Elba wouldn't be who he was if he didn't take action.
yes,
Spike Lee, the so on and so forth. It's all about taking action, you know. So that's what I would say. Anybody that's watching this, anyone black that's watching this, take action. You never know what tomorrow might bring, and somebody might say no, but who cares? Keep being persistent. Take action. Eventually, somebody's gonna say yes.
absolutely. And also make sure that you are pouring into your communities more than ever. Organize, mobilize. Do this. What I'm doing. What I just did with Nate. Have fun. Make it a game night. Historical Black History game night. I love what Amanda Seals does with Smart Black and Funny. How she quizzes on Black culture. And I think that we should do more of this, because they're pushing it out of the colleges. They don't want us to learn about our history, our lineage, in historically Black colleges and universities. So we have to make sure that we are preserving Black history, that Black lineage, everything in this country that has been deeply ingrained into the fabric of this quilt here. We have to make sure that we are preserving and holding on to that. Museums as well too. So take a trip to a museum, learn, get as many books as you can, get as many books as you can, stock up on knowledge. Uh, Definitely educate yourself and stay aware and stay vigilant to everything that's going on, and share that knowledge abundantly with other people as well too. So you might get it from me, you might get it from my brother uh, K2. He'll do it, and you learn a little music history on his platform. Bubs will do it in his own little way, and he's gonna make it funny. Faith is gonna do it in her way. Each and every one of us are going to educate you and bring awareness to Black creators. We're gonna highlight them. We emphasize their work, their accomplishments. So make sure that you're supporting that. And without further ado, Nate, as always, I'm going to bring you back again later this year in the spring. So, where can everyone check you out and see what you have going on?
So please follow me on my Instagram page. It is Nate B Buchanan underscore. One more time, that is Nate B Buchanan underscore, and that's where I have all of my acting things. I also have my own clothing line as well. It's called More Hustle, More Money. So I'll be coming out with some new jackets pretty soon. So definitely give me a follow. I have more films coming out. I have more projects coming out soon, and it's only up from here. So thank you so much for having me on the show today.
Yes, and make sure y'all go and support that. More Hustle, More Money, Nate's clothing brand. Make sure y'all support him. Support Black owned businesses as well. Support. Make sure that you're following him. And you guys can follow me for more fashion, more political news, more beauty, all of that and so much more on Style by Stevie underscore daytime on Instagram. And you guys can follow me here on YouTube. Subscribe. And I didn't know there's this new feature here on YouTube where you can go and you can hype up as many videos as you want. So I have a catalog of interviews. Go and hype up as many as you want to. They give you little star points. And once it's hyped up, it gets it more in the algorithm so that more people can go and watch them. I have an extensive catalog of interviews, y'all, and this one is another one for the books. So tomorrow, joining me, we have Leon Washington. So make sure y'all tune in, Fashion Dolls. And I will see y'all then. Throughout this month, Fashion Dolls, Black History Month, and in March will be Women's History Month, but I'll still continue to merge both Black History and then Women's History. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right? And I'll talk to y'all later. Take care, everybody.